They always said I'm wrong, but what they doing today? I think they want me gone, but I ain't going away. They told me I was wrong, but look at my ass today. Da 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 da.
What up, guys? Denton Day here, the Real Sports Talk Pro Wrestling Analyst, and today I'm going to be going over a little bit of what happened on Monday Night Raw last night. But real quick, before I get into all that, today is Tuesday, September 11, 2012. It is the 11th anniversary of 9/11. I would just like to say, just pay a little bit of tribute to everyone who lost their lives in that tragic incident, and thank everyone. Everyone in the military, the police officers, and the fire department who helped and did what they could, and anyone else besides them, just average people who helped and did what they could and put their lives at risk for other people. So I just like to say thank you to all those people. And the first thing that we're going to start off talking about today with Monday Night Raw, it involves Jerry Lawler. As we all know, he collapsed last night, and what happened to him was he collapsed. He was stretchered backstage during the middle of a match, and he wasn't breathing. In fact, he was clinically dead for 20 minutes. So he was technically, if someone were to ask him what was he doing at like 9:30 or whatever the time was, 9:30 between like 9:50 on Monday, September 10th, 2012, he could literally say that he was dead, because he was. But he is all well and fine now. He did have a heart attack. From what I have read on websites, he's doing fine. He's moving, he's breathing on his own, and that's always a good sign. So prayers go out to Jerry Lawler. Keep fighting, and we'll see you back as soon as possible. So first, we're going to start talking about the tag team division. WWE's been doing a lot of work lately to revamp the tag team division, and they did that again on Monday night. They formed a new tag team, which people had been foreseeing and pretty much been foreshadowing for the past couple weeks, and that's the team of Kane and Daniel Bryan. And they beat the Primetime Players, who were the number one contenders, and they are now the number one contenders. Now, I like the Primetime Players, and I like Kane and Daniel Bryan, and I also like Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, but I don't want one of those teams to be left out. So if I was a WWE, I think it would be a fantastic idea to do a triple threat tag team match. They've done that before, except they did a fatal four-way tag team match, which is they did a couple years ago when Edge and Chris Jericho won. Do something like that again, because those matches are always cool, and it gets people interested in the match itself and the tag team division, because all three of those teams are good teams, and you have other good teams in the division. Primo and Epico are pretty solid. You got the Usos, you got Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel. You could form them again. So you have a lot of tag teams, but just the main three with Bryan, the Primetime Players, and Kofi and Truth. Just maybe throw them in a triple threat. And now if they don't decide to do that, unfortunately the Primetime Players are going to beat the tag team that's left out of the match, and it'll be Kane and Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston and R-Truth. But I definitely would like to see all three of those tag teams incorporated in the match at Night of Champions to just add a little bit more reason for people to watch it. Next, we're going to talk about the bro kick situation between Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. Personally, I'm kind of tired of them. With the last pay-per-view, they almost made people think that the match wasn't even going to happen, which to me absolutely killed all the build-up they'd worked really hard to make. And then with this whole bro kick situation, I don't really see where it's going. I mean, I think I know where it's going, but I don't see the reason why. And last night on Monday Night Raw, they had a little segment with David Otunga and Ricardo Rodriguez and Sheamus in a law firm building, which this segment I thought was kind of funny, especially when he bro kicked the camera. But other than that, the whole thing itself is it's a little obnoxious, because I feel like it tries to make me feel like I'm dumb, because I don't know why, it just makes me feel like I'm dumb, and I don't like where they're going with it, because I know where they're going to end up going. Sheamus is probably going to end up using the bro kick later on down the road, and as Booker T said last night on Monday Night Raw, that he would be stripped of the title if he decides to use the bro kick, so he's probably going to end up getting stripped of the title. But then there's supposedly going to be a general manager change. The general manager is probably going to re-allow the Brogue Kick, and it's going to be this whole big unnecessary situation that's probably not even going to be worth the time, and it's not going to be very entertaining. So that's what I have to say about that. So I really hope that Sheamus does win, though, because I like him as champion, but the whole Brogue Kick situation just needs to stop. And then the final thing we're going to be talking about is the main event scene with John Cena and CM Punk and that whole situation. Now, as we know, with the past couple weeks, CM Punk has been doing a thing with Jerry Lawler, but obviously, like I said earlier, Jerry Lawler wasn't able to make the end of the show. He collapsed like an hour and a half to 2 hours in, and they went on to close the show. And what happened was, Bret Hart was out there, John Cena was out there, CM Punk was out there. Earlier in the night, we had seen CM Punk was in a match, and Paul Heyman came out there, and they were chit-chatting a little bit, so Paul Heyman did appear, but he was not out there for the closing segment. And pretty much John Cena and CM Punk cut promos against each other like they do, and of course CM Punk is the better talker, so he got the better of John Cena, but John Cena was still able to hold his own against CM Punk, because I mean normally in past situations with John Cena either promoing against CM Punk or The Rock, he always gets blown out of the water. But this time he didn't necessarily get blown out of the water, and he actually cut a pretty solid promo. And the build-up to this match is, I think it's the biggest build-up, no doubt, but it's done a little bit differently. It's sort of just having them talk promos and building that up instead of actions. I mean, there have been actions like we saw last week with CM Punk kicking John Cena in the head, but it's more, I think it's more evolutionizing both men's characters, which I like, because I mean everybody wants to see John Cena change his character. That's no shocker. We've been wanting that for like 2 years now, and I think this promo and working with CM Punk is a definite way to do that, especially working with him for at least, this is going to be second pay-per-view in a row, and hopefully more down the road until about Survivor Series when John Cena goes off and does his own thing and CM Punk focuses on The Rock. But I definitely think that this match will probably be the best match of the night. I mean, we all know that John Cena and CM Punk know how to work a match. And when I say match of the night, I'm talking about Night of Champions on Sunday. And then in this little segment, Bret Hart also got involved, and he ended up punching CM Punk. And that was pretty much it. So that's what closed the show. I thought the show was pretty solid. But again, like you've seen in another video, the Raw is too damn long video. Well, it's just that. It's too long. And it's really hard to focus throughout the whole 3 hours. So these were just the main points that I enjoyed and wanted to talk about. And again, I wish Jerry Lawler the best of luck and hope that he makes a speedy recovery and can get back on the announce team whenever he pleases to again. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to like The Real Sports Talk on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm Denton Day, the Pro Wrestling Analyst, and I'm out. See you guys later.
Just a little bit around the corner from fear.